Hey everybody, welcome back to Gem Mint Masters. We got a little PSA Pre Submission here for you today. I'm a little bit under the weather, but I'm really excited to get this submission out there. So I wanted to do a quick video so I could show you guys what I'm submitting. Don't want to sit on this too much longer, so I really want to get this out there and get this shipped out to PSA. In the background here, I've got a couple cards that I picked up at a show this past weekend. Did some trading and selling and added a few nice cards to the collection. Got Ja Morant, pink camo rookie there out of Mosaic. I think it's a good time to be picking up some Ja Morant right now. He's coming back. His market is still kind of down, but there's a lot of potential and a lot of talk about him kind of getting back to where he was fairly quickly. So I'm hopeful for that. And Herbert, kind of the same thing. His team is obviously not playing well, fired their coaches, and but there's a nice soft market for Justin Herbert. I think he's got a long future in the NFL, and that card right there probably would have cost me more to buy it and then submit it and hope to get a 10 than what I got it for at the show. So always looking for some good deals like that. I do prefer to sub my own stuff, but if I can, trade some of the stuff I subbed and get some cards like that, then I'm all for it. So, all right, let's get into it. So we got this stack of cards right here. Pretty exciting stack. I'm pretty pumped. This should go pretty quick. I've got some fair amount of duplicates in here, as you can kind of see on the front there. But I'll go ahead and go through and talk a little bit about these. So to start it off, we've got 4 Brock Purdy Donruss rookies here. These go for quite a bit, graded in a 10. And actually, I picked up some box sets pretty cheap for what they're going for. I was pretty shocked, honestly. You can get some box sets pretty cheap right now. And so I pulled out the Purdy's. There was a bonus pack that came with that had some good stuff in it. And there's a whole bunch of other good cards in there too. So I stopped at 4. I probably could have bought more, but I'm going to give these 4 a try and see what happens. I thought they all looked great. So that one hopefully should be a nice, easy one. I was on Walmart recently and they had the Topps, I think it's like the series 1, I think it was, yeah, just the series 1, the super box, for like $35, which is a pretty good deal, and you get these silver foil cards. There's a new one that's out there now. It's the Topps Update 2023, but the silver foil cards, I think the checklist is like 4 times the size, so there's a lot of bad ones in there. But I just bought one of these. I got the Shohei. Obviously, this guy's market is insane, so I'm going to go ahead and submit that one. But this one looks pretty near perfect as well, so I'm excited about that. This next card, this is a prospect I wouldn't even call him a prospect anymore, to be honest. He played in the majors last year for probably the bottom half or the second half of the season in its entirety. Dominic Canzone, he was on the Diamondbacks and toward the middle of the season got traded to the Mariners, and he almost had somewhat of an everyday, more of like a platoon role there. And he put up some good numbers. He's an excellent outfielder too. So I think this guy's got a bright future. He's on the older side for a prospect, born in 97. But again, I wouldn't even call this guy a prospect. He's going to start the year in the majors, and he had his 2023 Bowman First Auto. And there's some good deals to be found on Canzone right now. I would definitely go take advantage of that. For what golds go for, I got that for a steal, in my opinion. Here's another guy I really like. I've submitted a handful of Cade Doughty's already. This is the black refractor out of 75. I thought this looked really good. I mean, this was pretty cheap as well. I've always said that my kind of sweet spot is in the $5 to $20 range, I believe. This was right at the top end of that. So there's definitely some good deals. In a parallel out of 75, that's pretty solid. This order is going to have quite a bit of variety in it, as you'll see. The next one here, Joe Burrow. Got the Score Chronicles 2020, the Silver Prism. I still don't understand how these are sitting out there for as cheap as they are. PSA 10, these, and when I say these, it's the Score, you've got the Dynagon, you've got the Legacy. Prism Black obviously has a premium. I think I have one of those in here actually too. But you can get these for like anywhere between $5 to $10. And for the most part, they look pretty good. So this one, like the top edge, you might see kind of a shadow, but it's not, there's nothing wrong with the edge. It's just, I think it's just like extra paper on the top or something. But it looks pretty clean. This whole card does. So I'm gonna see what this goes for. But again, $5 to $10 range for these, going for 60 to 70, sometimes upwards of $100 for a gem in 10. Like that's crazy. So those are still readily available out there. I would go find them if you can. This card I pulled out of a pack. I'm not a huge fan of this product, to be honest, because it's, you know, unlicensed. Obviously, you can see not the best look when you don't have any insignia on the jerseys or anything like that. But I pulled this Chet Holmgren purple out of $2.99, and I looked it up just to see like what it was going for, and this is in a 10 is going for like $100. So I'm definitely gonna submit this one. I can't remember if I bought like, I think I bought one blaster. That was all I bought of this stuff, and I got this, and it was just kind of sitting in my pile, and I'm like, it's actually a pretty good one. Let me go ahead and submit that one. I don't think I'll be keeping this. Again, I'm not a huge fan of this set. I'm all for holding on to guys longer term, but this card, I don't know. I think I'd rather just sell this and be able to grow my collection in other ways. All right, this next one, Cade Cunningham Select. I think this is the Premier level Blue Shimmer Prism. Man, this Select, I keep seeing this Select product pop up at Walmart in the clearance section. This time it was the, I don't know if you call them hanger packs or whatever, but they were like $7.98. Normally like $15, so I grabbed a handful of those, got this Cade. I've been kind of a Cade magnet lately. I've been buying these Select when I see them. And I've got at least one Cade parallel out of the last 3 times I bought something, maybe 4. I'd have to go back and look, but this is rookie, Premier level. Again, this goes for quite a bit. Centering looked good. This card overall looked really good, so I'm gonna go ahead and submit that one. These next two, I'll just hold them up together. This is gonna be the first time I've done a crack and resub. I had these 2 Anthony Edwards rookies I sent in probably close to a year ago at this point. The hollow, I was pretty disappointed, got a 9. But when I sent it, I just thought it looked perfect. I mean, centering looks perfect. If anything, there's like maybe a very tiny blemish somewhere on here, or it's that top edge, but it's really not that bad in my opinion. I don't know. Because these are notorious for having some damages, like some scratches in these areas. This doesn't have any. So there's a huge difference between a 9 and a 10. So I'm just going to give it a try. If I can get this one to cross over to a 10, I mean, it's definitely worth the risk. This one, maybe not so much. This is the Blue Prism Select Concourse. It's well within the centering tolerances, in my opinion. It looks pretty darn close to perfectly centered. I couldn't see anything wrong with this. This was got a 9 also. But, you know, if I want to keep this long term, which I plan on holding on to this for a long time, I'd really love to have a 10 in it. So we'll see how those two go. Here's one interesting. This guy, obviously his market is super hot. He's really, he's been lighting it up lately. I got this card for like $4 on eBay. So there's definitely some Tyrese Halliburtons out there to be had, and he's commanding some good premiums right now. This is another guy I plan on holding on to long term. So $4 with grading. I mean, I'm definitely just gonna keep that one. Hopefully I can get a 10 on that one. Here we go. We got another score. This is a Tua. I thought this one actually looked better than the Burrow. So we'll see how it goes. I mean, the centering looks great. Definitely within the tolerance, I believe. I don't see it not getting a 10 based on centering. And I didn't really see anything else wrong with it either. Back centering looks really good too. But again, I think this one was like $3. So it's crazy. I just don't understand. These are not easy to get. You could buy a ton of Chronicles and you will not get this card. And those boxes sell for quite a bit. So if you can go out and buy a single of this for like $3 to $5, I mean, I'm going to be buying those all day. These next three I'm just going to show together. I got these three Herberts. I think I got these all from the same seller on eBay. I believe it was DC Sports. I love buying stuff from them. They're a huge consignment house on there. They do really good inspection of their cards. It's rare that I find damages or anything major, and if I do, they're super quick to resolve it. Whether it's just giving you a refund or allowing you to return it pretty quickly. But I got these three for, I think they were all, the top one, this is like the base parallel, and then you got the debut behind it. Those were definitely under 20, I think like 12 a piece, maybe even 10. And the one on top is like 22, 23. So good deal on some Herberts out there. Like I was talking about the Herbert over here. It's a good market for Justin Herbert right now. These next four I'm super excited about. I was at a show this past weekend. Ran into a kid that is starting a little consignment business himself. You know, super young kid, really had a good head on his shoulders. And I was just looking through his box and I found these 4 Judge rookies. I guess they were all from the same person and they all looked amazing. I think I got all 4 of these, plus there's another card in here for like $10 a piece. And with the other card that you'll see here in a minute, I call that a steal. I mean, these, I've been wanting to get my hands on a Judge rookie for some time, and I just saw these and I couldn't pass them up. I mean, the condition looked great. I looked these over very carefully. So I'm hoping, if 2 of these came back at 10, I would be happy with that. All right, got 2 cards left here. So this is the one I kind of mentioned, Prism Black, Silver, that will command a premium from that Chronicle set. This Herbert looked really good. I thought the centering, I looked at a lot of these on eBay, and the centering on this one I thought was the best. It's a little bit off from left to right, but I go by these dots here. If you see the dots there, you've got 3.5, and on this one you've got 4. So, the way I judge these Prism Blacks, and then on the top, same deal, count the number of dots. I think top to bottom it was about the same. If you can see that 4th dot from the research I've done, all the 10s will have that 4th dot showing at least. If you only see 3 full ones and then 4 full ones on the other one, I would be careful of those. But this one looked really good, so really interested to see. There was like a tiny little mark on the front of this. So, I don't know. But the back, like, sometimes we'll have scratches on it too, but it didn't have any on there. Centering on the back is a little bit off, but they're very tolerant of the back centering. So I'm excited to see this one. I want a 10 so badly in this Prism Black, because it's I won't see too many of them out there. All right, so here's the last card. This one has kind of a special place for me. I had this card when I was a kid, and I saw it at the same place I got the Aaron Judges from, and the guy just tossed it in. So I was like, all right, cool. Michael Jordan, this is 1994. So the 1991 Upper Deck is what that had the real kind of Jordan SP baseball rookie, if you want to call it that. But this one is from 1994, and I just plan on throwing this into my personal collection and keeping it for forever. It's, again, great memories. And by judging on the age of this and the condition of it, this thing looks perfect. And there aren't a lot of 10s out there, so I'm really excited to see what I get on this. I'm really hoping for a 10. I actually submitted a Michael Jordan McDonald's card that's in my PC. I should have brought that out, but maybe I'll do that next time. It looked like centering and everything was amazing. Corners were great, but it had some surface issues, and that one came back an 8, but this one doesn't have that. So very interested to see. Like, I'd be shocked if it got less than a 9. But again, I'm just putting this in my personal collection. I think it's such a cool card. But yeah, so that's what I'm submitting. Hopefully we'll have some good results coming back. Keep an eye out for a new reveal video coming out here soon. I should have an order coming back from PSA. It's in assembly right now. So I would imagine, well, I don't know. You never know with the holidays coming up. So you're either going to see a video before or after the holidays, but I would guess sometime just shortly after the new year. But thanks again, and we'll see you guys next time.